Hello, this is Mystic Jen. I am here for the monthly reading for Capricorn, Sun, Rising, Moon for June 2018. I apologize for being a few days late. I had a lot going on in the month of May, and I still have three videos. I have to get Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces done. I was moving, a lot of emotional stuff going on, you know, so I'm late. I apologize. I am going to be using the my crystal uniform tarot, and Gateway Oracle cards. And I'm also going to be using my Osho Zen. Okay. I'm going to start with the Osho Zen and do my 4 cards for the overall feel for June, and I do it by elements. I do fire, earth, air, and water. And I ask the spirits of the light, gods, goddesses, loved ones from beyond that have our best interest in heart. I ask the spirits, what messages do you have for Capricorn? And as you all know, that is my sun sign. But for Capricorn for June 2018. See what messages come out today. And we're looking for the messages for fire. Fire is passion. Fire is action. Enthusiasm. And a spirit. There's the card, and it just jumped out. Okay. We have the outsider. This is somebody who is on the outside looking in. This is somebody who feels as though they've been left behind. This is like somebody who feels like nobody cares. The boy reminds me of somebody in poverty. And just sitting there waiting for somebody to come to their rescue. But this is a message about, since this is in the fire spot, about taking action. It's time to stop waiting on other people. You need to take action for yourself and help yourself. You have to take the initiative to reach out to others in your time of need. There's help out there. You have to go out and search it. You're not alone. You feel like you're the outsider. You feel like you're alone. You feel like you're seeing everybody else enjoying life, and you're left there destitute, and you're just waiting on somebody else to help you out. Sometimes, like I said, you have to take the initiative yourself. Okay. Now we are going to do Earth. And this card just turned itself over. This is courage. Okay. This is about getting through the hard times and blossoming. This is for you, Capricorn, and for myself as well. You feel like sometimes you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You feel like the life is being squeezed out of you. But you have to have that courage to sprout up from the rocky terrain, from those rocks, and sprout up and bloom. This is the courage to go forward and grow. Sometimes through our hard times, it makes us more mindful, and it makes you stronger. This is about strength. This is actually, I believe this is equivalent to the Death card, in that something dies and then something grows again. Okay. So the next one just fell right out. This is air. And this is also the Queen. Okay. This is in the air sign. This here is actually the Queen of Water. So water in air. Receptivity. This is saying about intuition. This is about getting out of your head and listening to that inner voice, listening to your heart, listening to spirit for your receiving messages. But in order to really to really take advantage of that, you have to get out of your head and trust in spirit. Receive those messages and receive the love that spirit is trying to bring forth to you. I'm feeling like maybe through this hard times that you've been going through, okay, through all this, finding the courage to come out from adversity, receiving the love that somebody's trying to offer you. This could also be a mother figure, communication with mother, with somebody who's a mother figure, who's there to try to help you. And listening to that inner voice. And now we're going to do the water sign, the water element. Beyond illusion. Okay, this is the like the Judgment card, card 20 in the Major Arcana. We've got 2 major arcanas in the elements. So this is a renewal of your spirit. Renewed hope. Water is about intuition and creativity and a rebirth. Water is about love, emotions. And the butterfly is metamorphosis. There's a butterfly in this picture. This is transformation. This is being renewed. Okay? This is a second chance. So, emotionally, it feels like somebody out there Feels that you are going to be given a second chance. Redemption. So, looking at all four cards together, I get the image of somebody who comes into June feeling like they're like the outsider. It feels like somebody who's feeling all alone. Somebody who fell on some really tough times, spiritually, emotionally. Somebody who's feeling drained. Okay, this is somebody who's feeling drained. But Spirit's calling upon you to have the courage to, despite this, despite being pushed out in the cold with barely nothing, and then having the courage to sprout up. You got these rocks down here, and the flower, your beauty, still grows despite the rocky terrain. And you need to be open. Get out of your head and open up to Spirit. This is somebody who has been closed off because of their situation. They almost closed off to Spirit. They've been living in their head, and Spirit's saying, come out of your head and trust me. And I am going to transform you. I'm going to take all the illusions away, and you're going to think clearly, and you're going to see things for what they are. You're going to be transformed, reborn. You're going to have a second chance emotionally. It's like a renewal of your emotional and spiritual side. So through this and opening up with the Spirit, your spiritual life is going to be renewed. I think that's more on the spiritual side for water than for emotions. So I'm feeling like through all this that you kind of shut down on a spiritual level, and Spirit says, trust in me, open up to me again, and I promise you a spiritual rebirth. Okay. Now I'm going to go with the tarot. Okay. See what messages do we have for Capricorn. Sun, rising, moon. June 2018. See what the tarot has to say. And I could say that I can relate to this completely, because this is where I've been. I've been MIA on YouTube. I haven't put a video out in over a week. And before that, it was almost 2 weeks. So, you know, I'm trying to make a comeback. I need to get back on my spiritual path. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of other Capricorns in the same boat. And I like to say that the energy is fluid. You know, it could shift by days or by weeks. And also keep in mind that this is a general reading. General readings may not resonate with everybody. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And definitely still check out your sun, rising, and moon. All three signs. Because you may get a little bit out of each reading. And you put it together, the little bits and pieces, and you get that aha moment. I understand. You know? So okay. I am going to start with, this represents you. Where you are right now. Okay? the energies around your situation. And what we have here is the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor is ruler of his domain. And the Emperor is like a fire. This could be a fire sign involved. But the Emperor is large and in charge, being in control. So I am getting the message of taking control back of your life. So this is your personal power. Some of you, some of us have been powerless. And now it's time to take that control back. We are taking our life into our own hands now and making decisions for ourselves. And what's influencing this is the Five of Cups. So what this says is, after a loss, you feel like you've lost something. Some of us feel like lost all hope. This could be a loss of a relationship, having regrets, depression, and you seem to be concentrating on exactly what was lost here and forgetting about the other two cups that stand over here. Not everything is lost. So the central theme for June is all about picking up the two cups, picking up the pieces, taking your life back, getting back in charge, being back in control of you. Nobody else controlling you. You controlling yourself. You controlling your life. You picking up these pieces. You picking up those two cups and growing. This unicorn is wounded. It is a deep wound. Very deep wound. You've been hurt. You've been injured. But it's time to take control back. Learn from this. Everything happens for a reason. The wound will heal. And when you pick up these two cups and just walk away from what has been lost. And I'm going to take a look at the recent past. Okay? The recent past is the Knight of Cups reversed. Okay? The Knight of Cups reversed. Upright could be invitations, messages of romance coming to you, being charmed, and somebody wooing you, just wooing you, serenade, romance. But with it upside down, this is saying like how do I say this? The honeymoon's over? Or this is part of this, the loss. It seems like the emotional connection that you had to somebody was recently lost. And the Knight is facing towards the past in here. So this Knight may have been looking at the past and was moving towards the past. The Knight of Cups reverse is also somebody who may not be loyal. Okay? The Knight of Cups could be somebody deceiving you. Could be lies and deceit from this person that you trusted, that you thought was the love of your life. But it feels like that this Knight never had a chance to mature into the Queen or the King. Okay? It got stunted. And it feels like this person really hurt you really bad and you have that deep wound. And moving in now that you're picking up these cups and taking control back of your life. And which leads you into the near future is the Five of Swords. If you look here, I got to point this out. There's that wound. The same wound that's in the Five of Cups. So, in the near future, I like to call this card the near future as in the middle of the month. Mid-month, Four of Swords is about resting. You've been hurt, you need to heal. Tending to your wounds. And putting this garbage behind you and start the healing process. This sword down here is still on the ground. So even by mid-month, you're going to be tempted to pick up that sword and try to do battle. But how can you do that when you have such deep gashes in you? So I'm feeling that already the theme about June is taking back your personal power and healing. Being open to spirit and having a rebirth by the end of the month. Your spirit being renewed. And I'm going to do what's working under the surface, the unconscious mind. This could be also secret wishes, or this is things working under the surface in the subconscious mind. This can also even be some fears. Okay? And we have the Hermit in reverse. The Hermit upright is on a journey to discovering themselves. Carries a lantern to light their way as they go through this withdrawal. It's almost like it's a withdrawal from society, withdrawing from everybody. But with reverse, I'm seeing that subconsciously or desire, it's like hidden wishes or fears. I'm feeling like somebody afraid to face their inner demons, to face their shadow self. This is somebody who knows that they really need to dig deep within themselves to find answers and to find their way about healing. This is somebody who's still left in the dark. Also, I'm feeling like that there's still stuff under the surface it's still in darkness, still hidden. So this might be why that gash looks bigger than this one. The gash is deeper. So by mid-month, there might be something else that pops up. And you say, oh my gosh, not again. Or when is this going to end? I need peace. When am I going to get my peace? Okay, I feel like maybe a very stressful point, and that there's something else that's going to come to light in your situation, something you didn't know about. That's one thing for some of you. For others of you, maybe you've been that hermit, and you're afraid to come out. Some of you are in a withdrawal state. You don't want to come out. You want to stay to yourself. You don't want to socialize. You don't want to talk to anybody. You just want to stay deep within your mind and forget the world. So coming out of that hermit state, you're afraid to do that. And that goes right along with this card, courage. Courage to come out from under, out of the darkness, out of the rocks and sprout up. Okay? And then The next card I'm going to draw is about your goals, your conscious wishes, your hopes, okay? And it is strength, okay? Strength is about being strong in the situation. Your goal is to strengthen yourself. This situation, as bad as it might have been, is a blessing in disguise, actually, because it makes you stronger. It's like, as a person, you're not going to let anybody push you around anymore. That's just plain and simple. I'm not getting pushed around anymore. I can hear it. I am my own person. You're not going to tell me what to do. I am strong. I'm going to make it through. For some of you, if you're still in a relationship and it's really rocky, all the problems that you're going through could strengthen that relationship and make it stronger than it ever was before. And in some situations, there's been hurt on both sides of the fence. Not just one, it was a two-way thing. The next card is how you see things. This is how you're seeing your situation. And you are seeing the situation as the tower moment that we like to call it. The tower is a very sudden event. Something that you did not see coming. Something that rocked your world, shook the foundations of your life, and changes life as you know it. This is a life-changing, drastic event. It is not the most pleasant to go through. And this whole situation you've seen as being very devastating. But sometimes we have to break out of our comfort zone. Sometimes you get stuck in a rut. There's no growth. There's no movement. So the universe finds a way. Spirit finds a way to give you a wake-up call, shakes things up so that you can proceed forward and grow. Then the next card is this is what's in our environment. People around us. This is the Page of Wands in reverse. The Page of Wands upright is new growth, something brand new. New excitement, new passion. The Page of Wands is the firecracker, full of life, full of spirit. You know, it's also about messages, important news coming. But in reversed, it's blocked. This is like someone in your environment who is trying to put out your fire. Somebody who's very manipulative, who really contributed to this situation. Page of Wands is someone who is very irresponsible, acting like a child, acting like a spoiled brat, I want to say. There's definitely somebody in there, and this is also could be jealousy, somebody jealous of you, and kind of gave the universe a little bit of a nudge. But despite that, it's still a blessing, because this is going to cause tremendous growth. And advice from Spirit is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles a Spirit is telling you in this card to pay attention. Pay attention to details. Okay? And keep working hard. Could also be somebody who has just learned a lesson, who's been schooled. So I feel like maybe you've been schooled and Spirit's trying to show you something. You've put so much hard work. And it's time to put some work into yourself. Spirit's saying, you need to start working on yourself. Okay? And let's see, I know you can't see all these cards. I just looked in my camera view. Okay. It's time to work on yourself. Pay attention to the fine details. Because I am being called back to the Hermit. Shedding light on a situation that, but right now, is left in the dark. Okay? But more information. You were left in the dark and you found stuff out that wasn't quite exactly pleasant. But light is going to be shed on it and more is going to come out. Pay attention to the details. There's going to be other clues. Pay attention to your environment, what's going on around you. And then finally, how is June going to end, the final outcome? Okay. Page of Cups reversed. So, the Page of Cups upright are messages of love. Okay. I get the image of love letters and self-reflection. But I'm being shown love letters. With it in reverse, you may still receive some affectionate letters, communication, but may not be what you are expecting. It may not be what you fully want. It's like undeveloped. So by the end of June, the situation is like almost stagnant still. It's making progress, but it's much slower than what you want. So you're just going to have to take time. Okay? It's going to take time. And don't get so discouraged right off the bat. Okay? It's coming. I'm being shown that you are going to receive some messages of affection, but it's going to be slow coming, and it's going to be just the beginning. And it'll be interesting for whenever I get around to July's readings to see if this comes up right or not. But it's a start in the right direction. So overall, I'm feeling there's like different situations in these cards. Some of you may be reconciling with someone. Some of you are still in a relationship and working through your problems. Some of us are separated from our partner, from our lover, our other half. And it's meant to be that way. It's making us stronger, getting through it. And some of us that are separated, separation may have been caused by infidelity, okay, cheating, or lies and dishonesty, and which it's not over. There's still more going to come out in that situation, and which leads to times of healing in the future where that wound is even deeper. And for those situations, somebody might come trying to offer you their cup again, trying to offer, wanting to reconcile, and maybe at the end of the month, and the Page of Cups being reversed might be saying maybe you're blocking it. Maybe you don't want it right now. You might not be ready. Okay? And we're going to see what spirit messages that we have. Simplifying your life. Okay? That is the card. Okay, the Oracle card. Okay. I'm going to get my guidebook out and read to you what they're saying with simplifying your life. Okay. As soon as I find it. I thought I had it. Okay. Focus on what is important to you and let everything else go. You know, a lot of this, I already said, this is about releasing things. Some things have to die to make room for new growth. The Tower moment sometimes has to happen to allow something better and something new and make you stronger. Scan all areas of your life and clear out the internal and external clutter, and you'll experience remarkable transformations. Well, what have I been saying? Transformation was here. Transformation was in this card. Okay? Rest and rejuvenate. Do what matters and release whatever is left. What do we have here? Rest and rejuvenate in the Four of Swords. Spirit's on fire right now here. Okay. The universe wants you to know to allow a childlike wonder and joy to fill your entire being. Your happiness makes a difference to others as you experience true delight. This radiates out from you like ripples in a still pool and touches the souls of many. Take time for yourself. Find ways to experience joy in every moment, even when doing the most mundane things. Boring or gritty tasks. Look for ways to feel genuinely happy. If you have trouble finding pleasure in certain situations, start small and eventually you will soar. To feel joyful is a gift. It rejuvenates you and heals the world. So you want to ask yourself, what gives me the greatest pleasure? What might be blocking my joy? What's the key to experiencing more bliss in my life? So it's asking you to reflect. Clean house. In all areas of your life, clean house. Get the clutter out. And then it'll be time for rest, healing, and rejuvenation. And when you do this, it's going to give you a more energy and a more zest for life. So I do thank you for watching. This was the reading for Capricorns, and that does conclude this reading. And stay tuned. I have 2 more signs to do, and hopefully I'll get working on that between tomorrow and this weekend. Thank you and have a great day. Great night.